Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Do not adjust your YouTube settings. It's your favorite movie podcast, and I'm your host, Paul Gursky.
He's right, folks. We're in living color, and we're sort of live because we recorded this last week. But I'm Katelynn Pedri, and I'm so excited to be here.
So, everyone, sit back, relax, and let us take you on a weird, wonderful journey. It's Comedy Month, and this is Theme on Screen. Hello, Katelynn.
Hello. Sorry.
Hello, Charlie.
My dog just scared the shit out of me. Please do not listen to that.
Well, like Katelynn said, don't adjust your YouTube settings. Turn the volume all the way up so you can hear the dog barking and partake in this wonderful world of live podcasting.
You know, this is what happens. This is why people do their shows out of a closet.
Yeah, well, sound quality too, but whatever. We've gotten there. We've got 38 episodes. We're about to have 38 episodes under our belt, so.
Yeah. Are you excited to hit 40? What do you think we should do for 40? Pop some champagne?
Yeah, much like when I turned 40, we should go to Las Vegas, pop some bottles, go see Bruno Mars, a thing we've never once done, but could have done.
Okay. Yeah, I could probably make that happen in a week.
I was thinking maybe like we'll belatedly celebrate our 40th episode. Maybe for like our 80th episode, we can go to Las Vegas.
Or 100.
100 once we would. Okay. We're going to have to switch to 2 episodes a week so that we can get to Vegas faster.
Yeah, I do want to get to Vegas very fast, to be quite honest.
I don't have the time to record 2 episodes a week. But I am rocking and Ryan here tonight, so you ready to rock and
You know that's like full shugs.
Yeah, but it's no caffeine, so I decided that I would deal with the sugar as long as it didn't have caffeine. I'm tired.
Yeah, you gonna be all right?
I don't know. When am I ever not tired on a Thursday night? I'm tired every night.
Yeah, we should really just start shaking up martinis.
You know, I said we could do like a live trivia episode or something where the loser has to take a shot. So if you want to incorporate alcohol into this podcast, I think that's the way we're going to do it.
Problem is if you get a lot wrong.
Well, yeah.
And I can only handle, and I can't even handle. Handle's a loose term in this situation. It's very, very loosey-goosey because I can't even have one shot. They're disgusting.
They are disgusting, but we can like make little like mixed shots. I was thinking like maybe some rum and Hawaiian punch.
Rum and Hawaiian punch?
Yes.
That sounds disgusting.
Okay, well, you can make your own shot. I'm sorry, like.
How about I just make a martini and I take a sip?
I don't know. You're really going against the spirit of this game I spent a long time crafting the rules for. Just
all now. Right. Well, we'll work it out. We'll get there. I know why he's barking. They're mowing the lawn. Oh. The neighbor's mowing the lawn. That's
how dare they?
Too loud. All right, where do you want to head? I know you got some stuff planned.
Well, okay, so first of all, I guess we should start out by saying Paul is sorry. I thought it was clear last week when I read a letter from Katie and Janelle that it was fake because why would anyone send us a letter? They didn't really send us a letter criticizing the podcast. I was just busting their balls, but they didn't think it was funny, so I'm sorry, ladies. My bad, and I won't ever make up fake letters or anything about you again.
The thing about your fake letter is that not once did it... Are we only supposed to know it was fake because no one would send us a letter? That's the only way we'd have known? Because you didn't giggle. Yeah.
And I was saying it, so I thought it was clear that I was lying, but apparently that was only clear to me.
You were looking at your screen like it was an email.
It was a lie.
You're probably the greatest actor that ever existed because I fell for it completely.
I'm sorry. I thought you knew that I was lying too because if we'd gotten an email, I would have told you. So apparently no one knew I was lying, and I biffed pretty hard on that one.
Yeah, that was... I mean, and I also just kind of believed that they would have written it. Like they had a girly weekend and maybe they were just sitting around the fire, just gabbing around, whatever. And we came up. It sounded like it could have happened. I don't know. This is tough. This is tough to deal with.
True. But again, I'm sorry. I'll only make up things about Matt Turner going forward.
And this was Paul's apology corner.
And yeah, I guess just know going forward when I say things like Matt Turner said something, it's probably a lie. Though he does often send me nice text messages about the podcast. That's true.
Just no negative letters have been sent.
No. Or like when I said that he'd prefer to watch the podcast naked, that wasn't true.
Oh, he needed us to know that.
Yeah. Well, I need everyone to know that I was making that up too. So
you can wear whatever you want when you listen to our show, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
As long as, everyone in your vicinity is comfortable, I guess, with what you're wearing. If you're trying to listen to us in the nude and you're out in public, I would maybe take a step back and think about that before you do that.
Yeah, the decisions you've made so far in your life might have led you to a very strange place, but
yeah, maybe take a moment. Just take a think about it. Otherwise, we're good.
We're good.
I accept your apology.
I accept your friendship.
Okay.
You're welcome. So do you have any recent watches?
Yes. The only thing that I recently watched, so I was lucky enough to spend some time over the weekend with your mother-in-law and some other family members and our not letter writing friends, Katie and her sister. And your mother-in-law spoke about a movie and everybody was kind of razzing her for watching it. And I couldn't tell if it was like a joke movie or like, she accidentally watched it type of thing. So I watched it yesterday just to double check, and it was fine. So I watched Couples Retreat. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. It's old. It's way older than I thought it was. It's got Vince Vaughn.
What year is it from?
2008 or something?
Same year as Tropic Thunder? That seems wrong. Maybe it was, though.
It had to have been 2008, 2007? It's old.
2009.
Okay, it's still old. Yeah. Jason Bateman, I mean, he's still hot. He's just like a different kind of hot. And he's married to Kristen Bell. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't terrible. I think my favorite part, and I was texting Katie about it, my favorite part, though, it was just near the end of the movie when the males held each other accountable. They were like, well, you messed up. You did this. And like, you weren't showing your wife love and you weren't doing this. And that was kind of my favorite part because I think that there needs to be a level of accountability in friendships that there isn't often. And so I liked seeing that. I gave it a 3.
It's a movie that I've seen, I guess. It's something that would play on Comedy Central, like often after like The Office ended on a hungover Sunday afternoon, and like I would just catch bits and pieces. So I think I've seen the entire movie all the way through, just not in one continuous like hour and a half stint.
Okay.
Not my kind of movie. It's definitely one of those frat pack movies, of which today's movie Tropic Thunder is a part of. And
you think it's frat packy? It's about couples.
It's got Vince Vaughn in it. If you have Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson, Ben Stiller, like any of those guys in a movie, it's frat pack.
Okay, automatically frat pack. Got it. But what did you say? Will Ferrell? Add him in there.
Is Will Ferrell in it? I don't even remember. Does he just like show up at the resort? Oh, well, yeah, Will Ferrell.
I just thought he was pretty frat packy.
Yeah, any of those guys. Yeah. So that's your only recent watch?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Besides this one, yeah, I think that's it. I've been watching Friends, trying to make up for the mistake I made.
I have mostly been reading X-Men comic books and regular books, but I did watch the movie Carolina Caroline. It's a movie from
Was that
this
sexual?
year. So I'll get to it. It's a movie from this year.
All right.
In the last episode, I did mention Samara Weaving had been cast as my favorite X-Men, Emma Frost. So I was like, okay, a 2026 movie with Samara Weaving that I didn't really know much about. I'm going to give it a shot. Really enjoyed it. It's kind of just your classic Bonnie and Clyde tale. And Katelynn, I will say, I wouldn't say sexual, but I will say it has some very sexy moments. Because obviously it's about a couple that are doing crimes, and there's some heat between the two lead actors. And I think you would enjoy it because there's definitely some sexy bits in the movie. And I know you like
movies.
Nothing's
sexier than performing crime.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think the crime makes them kind of hot sometimes.
Yeah.
There's no nudity or anything, but there is some sexiness.
That's all right.
I would give that my seal of approval, and I would say definitely watch that if anyone's looking for kind of an under-the-radar 2026 film.
Okay. I mean, I might be. I just might be.
I do think you would like it. I mean, there's some sexiness in there, and I know you think movies these days lack sexiness. So
I do. I do. I like them a little weird. I like them a little sexy.
okay,
When's Emerald Fennell going to put something out again? I'm jonesing.
I guess we'll see how much people are willing to give her money after Wuthering Heights, which was a success.
Wuthering Heights 2. Wuthering Heights 2.
I mean, didn't they end the movie halfway through the book? So they could. I mean, I don't think Margot Robbie would be in it, but they could do Wuthering Heights 2.
That's true. That's true. Okay, yeah, that's some good recent watches, I think, for the listeners. I also just wrote down a few movies that were coming out soon because it seems like we're a little droughty with movies now that we've had the Odyssey and the Spider-Man. That, like, are we coming near the end of the summer? We are coming near the end of the summer. Like, what's hot? So I know End of Oak Street comes out this weekend. Tony and Spa Weekend. I wouldn't mind seeing Spa Weekend.
Well, I will say I already have my ticket for End of Oak Street tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to stop by the theater after work and catch a matinee of it. I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
Some critics that I follow, Sean Fennessy, David Sims, both gave it their seal of approval. David Sims said it is the best dinosaur movie since 1993. So
that's what you want to hear.
Yeah, and I don't know, the director of the movie, is it...
He did It Follows.
He did It Follows. Is it David Mitchell or David Robert Mitchell?
David. No.
David Robert. Yeah, it's David Robert Mitchell. So he did It Follows, a movie I think we both really like. And he is from my hometown of Clawson, Michigan. Parts of It Follows took place in my high school. And one thing I didn't know about End of Oak Street is it actually does take place in a Michigan suburb. So
yeah, I heard that. There's apparently just some little things, like I guess he says something about working for maybe GM or Chrysler. I can't remember. Okay. There's also like a Faygo pop in one of the scenes. There you go. Basically, we're right there right now.
Yeah.
And that was one of the ones I mentioned in our top 6 that I was excited for. Although I can't take a half day, I hope that you enjoy yourself. I will be here at work.
I will be, well, I was going to say I'll be thinking of you. I'll kind of be thinking of you because I'll be watching the movie and then we'll talk about it next week on the podcast. So you'll be there in spirit, just not actually getting to witness the movie.
Thank you. When is your Summer Fridays over?
I don't have Summer Fridays. I work 9 hours Monday through Thursday and then half days Friday all year, every day, every year.
Wow, that's great for like doctor's appointments.
Well, not really, because I work in a doctor's office, so that's why we have the half day Fridays, and my doctor also has half day Fridays, so it doesn't actually help me whatsoever.
Sir.
Yeah.
Please. All right, well, we'll hear about that one next week then, listeners.
I also do think Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma is coming out in limited release. I'm not sure it'll be playing in the Detroit area yet, but that's another one I had my eye
on. Because it's got Hannah Eyebinder in it.
Yes, and Gillian Anderson. And
Gillian Anderson's hot.
Of course she is. Agent Dana Scully.
That's just a comment. Just a comment.
Young X-Files fans everywhere definitely had some sort of thoughts about Dana Scully back in the day, and she's aged very gracefully. Not that...
Yeah, she looks very nice.
Women are beautiful at every age.
We appreciate that.
It has someone else in it too, doesn't it? I can't remember.
Oh, I already said Hannah. I was like, I'm just going to say it again.
Who's the main character?
I thought it was just the two of them. It's the two of them on the cover.
Is it just the two of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think my beloved Ava Victor is also in it. I don't know how big of a role she has, but Sorry Baby was one of my favorite movies last year, so it'll be fun to see her pop up in another movie.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see this one. I like Hannah Eyebinder just, after watching Hacks. I think she's pretty hot too. So I'm excited to see her in not just being Ava. God, he's barking again. Who's the loudest?
Yes. Real quick, do you want to read what Matt Turner thought you would wear as a man?
Oh, yeah. Follow up to our switching outfits.
So we didn't actually solicit reader feedback from this, but Matt did it anyway, and my phone is not working. So that's cool.
Okay, this is from Matt Turner, listeners. Finally listened to this week's episode. Love the banter. Thank you. I think Katelynn as a guy would dress like a country club boat guy with a Ralph Lauren hat and a sweater tied around her shoulders and blue boat shoes. Kind of like Bill Ebensberger.
He was our general manager at Borders.
Oh my gosh, that's a real person? You can't just call someone out like this.
I mean, he could kind of dress that way. He was from like upstate New York, and he just had a real country club kind of like
He came
vibe.
all
I
the
don't think
way
it's.
here to manage a Borders.
I don't think it was just to manage a Borders. I think that was just where he was born. But I don't know. I don't remember
Oh.
Bill's life story. I haven't worked there since like 2008. So
Bill, if you're listening, can you just let us know why you chose to come here?
he did start following me on Instagram recently. So maybe
Oh,
maybe
great.
Bill will see
Now
this.
he is going to hear us talking about him.
We
We're
used to
never
call
safe.
him Dad just because we were at work so much, and he was like our work dad. Well, and real dad, I guess. I don't know.
No, I've met your real dad. That guy's definitely your real dad.
All right.
You got anything else for us?
So we were going to do a little bit of trivia. Katelynn, as she mentioned, has been watching a lot of Friends recently because she was upset that I had a Friends fact that she had somehow just completely blanked on. So she was going to give me some Friends trivia, but she didn't prepare because she didn't realize that I wanted to do this today. But we decided that...
realize you meant right now.
Yeah. Something that I know a decent amount about that maybe she'll know a little bit about is X-Men. So I've got some very easy softball questions here. You still probably won't get them, but I'm going to ask them and see how you do.
All right, let's go. Crack the nuts. Okay. Let's go.
So the original school that the X-Men attended was Xavier's School of Gifted Blank. What is the blank?
I want to say humans.
Xavier's School for Gifted Humans?
Children, people, monsters.
I'm going to need a final answer now. You need to lock it in.
Are any of those right? I'm going to go for gifted humans because they were humans and then they all get something weird happen to them.
All right. The correct answer is youngsters.
Oh my gosh, that's such a stupid word.
You were closest with children, but you didn't get that. Okay, so...
The children.
Alternatively... The villains that the X-Men fought, the group's original name was the Brotherhood of Evil Blank. What is the blank here?
Adults.
So you're just going to do an opposite thingy there?
Okay.
Brotherhood of Evil Adults.
The Brotherhood of Evil Beings.
Gonna need you to confirm this is your final answer.
Locked in. Beings, yes.
This one, Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
Oh my gosh, Paul, these are not soft balls. These are hard, medium plus balls.
Anyone that has read like a single X-Men comic would probably know this.
I haven't. I only watched those movies.
Okay, they're in the movies too. Though I think in the movies, they maybe changed it to just the Brotherhood because honestly, if you want people to take you seriously, calling yourself evil mutants is probably not the best way to go about it. That's terrible branding.
Okay,
right,
come on, hit me.
Who are the original, not including Professor Charles Xavier, who are the original 5 X-Men?
Wolverine.
No.
Okay. Jean Grey.
Yes.
Frost.
No. She was not part of the X-Men originally. She was part of the Hellfire Club.
Like Stranger Things?
That's where the name from Stranger Things probably came from.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay. Storm. Okay.
Storm and Wolverine both came in giant size X-Men in the 70s when they have to come and actually rescue the original X-Men.
Okay. James Marsden. Doesn't he have a guy's name like Jimmy?
It is a guy's name. Yes, he has a guy's name and a code name. I guess I can give you a hint for his code name. It's one of the characters we see in the movie The Odyssey.
Agamemnon.
It's a creature in The Odyssey, not a...
Oh, the big guy. The goblin. What is he?
Cyclops.
Okay,
right,
how many did I get so far? 2?
Jean Grey and Cyclops. We've confirmed that Wolverine and Storm are not.
You should have asked me the Wolverine Storm people. This is I don't know this.
Can you give me the X-Men from the Wolverine Storm comic? The giant size X-Men? Because that's going to be even tougher for you.
Wolverine, Storm, James Marsden with the glasses like this.
So again, he's an original 5, so no.
This is tough. This is too tough. I'm sorry. I'm blanking. Now I'm just gonna be making things up. There's got to be another girl in there, right? Oh, no. Oh, Mystique? Nope. Okay.
So we have Jean Grey, Cyclops.
You even Googled it, you dupa.
No, I was looking at the cover of Giant Size X-Men to confirm that team. Anyway, Beast, Angel, and Iceman.
What does Angel do?
He has wings and he can fly, and he's also rich.
I like that. I'm into that. Okay. I want to image share so that you can look even more stupid as you look at it.
Oh, well, you'll probably be able to see
directly.
his name. Let me see if I can pull it up without his name. Snipping tool. Katelynn, where'd the snipping tool go? There it is.
Can't speculate. But you better cut out all the silence.
I'm going to leave in all the silence. There's nothing better than awkward silence. Okay. Who is this?
Beast.
You got it. You got one. Okay, now the most important question, not the ones with Nicholas Hoult, but the original movies. Who played and voiced Beast and will also be voicing him in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday?
Didn't they give the role to Charles Melton?
That's rumored, but this is who played him like in the original Fox movies. Someone.
Paul Giamatti?
No. I'll give you a hint. You get one more guess, but this isn't really going to count if you get it. It's someone who's very important to this podcast.
Oh, Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer, Dr. Fraser Crane himself. There you go.
Dr. Fraser Crane. I'm doing amazing. Thank you.
That
right,
was
so I got
tonight's
0.
trivia. You got... you got Jean Grey. No, you got Beast. You got Beast on the first try.
Just because I recently saw him on Instagram. That was tough.
I don't know how to make questions that are any easier than that. I guess, here's a bonus one. What does the X in X-Men stand for?
Extreme. Extra.
Well, I mean, I would have accepted Xavier for Charles Xavier.
Yeah, sorry, Xavier.
The X chromosome that activates and like makes people mutants, maybe? I don't know. What kind of characters are the X-Men?
They're terrible. What kind of characters are they? Superhumans. Mutants. Superhuman mutants.
I was just going for mutants. I was really just softballing it there.
Well, then why did they make a movie about the second versions of the X-Men and not that first version?
What do you mean?
Jean Grey and the Beast and Snow and Frost and Angel.
I mean, they were just picking characters that were popular at the time. I mean, Iceman is in the original movie. He is Sean Asmore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, from Animorphs.
Yeah, and yeah. Okay, well.
All right, well, I'll come up with something for you next week because I did not realize we were doing this so soon.
That's okay.
Okay, cool. Would you like to talk about a movie?
Yeah, let's talk about the movie
we both watched.
Oh, you want to talk about a movie we both watched? Okay. Well, then,
you want to talk
Thunder.
about movies? White chicks.
Never still haven't seen White Chicks. Yes. Episode 38. We are in comedy month, and we did the movie from 2008, Tropic Thunder. Written by Justin Theroux, Ben Stiller, I think another guy, and directed by Ben Stiller. This movie stars Ben Stiller himself as Tug Speedman, an action star that's kind of like nearing the end of his career because he's just had a bunch of box office bombs and he's really trying to get back to relevance. Then we have Jack Black as Jeff Portnoy, basically playing a Jack Black character. Robert Downey Jr., an award-winning actor playing Kirk Lazarus. Nick Nolte as Four-Leaf Tayback. Steve Coogan as Damian Cockburn. Jay Baruchel as Kevin Sandusky. Danny McBride as Cody Underwood. Brandon T. Jackson as Al Pacino. Matthew McConaughey as Rick the Pecker Peck. And Timothy Cruz as Les Grossman. Is that good?
Yeah.
Is that not what
Thomas? Like 3 times.
Whatever. This is just
yes. It is Timothy. Moonshine. No, you're right. This is Moonshine. You're so funny. Okay. I'll give everybody a general plot overview. I did have to watch this movie twice. It's not that complicated. I just forgot.
You watched it twice?
And I'm going to be better. I watched like the first half hour twice, yeah. I also really like Danny McBride. Okay. Struggling action star Tug Speedman, extreme method actor Kirk Lazarus, drug addicted comedian Jeff Portnoy, and rapper turned actor Al Pacino, and a couple of rookie actors are making a war film based on veteran Four Leaf Tayback's memoirs. These actors are thrown into this high budget Vietnam War movie, and it's not going well. It's severely behind schedule, like a month behind schedule. It's only 5 days into shooting. And in an attempt to fix things, the studio head, Les Grossman, who has a ton of money and obviously in this movie, and says that they need to make changes or he will shut the whole thing down. With that in mind, Leaf Tayback says they need to take them off the grid and throws the actors into the jungle with nothing but the director, who ends up dying right when they go out there on the first take. And then the actors must find their way through the jungle and end up being caught by heroin selling gorillas. The actors learn to work together using their acting techniques to save Tug, who's been taken hostage, and end up making it out alive at the end to win the Oscar for Best Actor, the award that Tug has so desperately wanted the entire time.
I think I'm glad you watched it twice. That's pretty much what happened. I'm going to say the thing about Comedy Month with all 3 movies that we've done so far, and I'm honestly going to assume our next movie too, plot is so thin. So thin. These movies are vehicles for jokes, and unlike what we usually watch, a little bit more serious fare, there's really not a lot going on.
You're right. That's probably exactly it. It's just joke, joke, joke. It moves quite quickly. And I didn't even realize why they had to be thrown into the jungle. It happened just so fast. I was like, they were just shooting. I'm so confused. So that's why I had to go back and watch it again.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry
it's
for this
okay.
movie. Do you want to talk about the director first, or do you just want to go into general thoughts? I mean, that was kind of a general thought, right?
Yeah. We can, I mean, Ben Stiller, what have I seen of it? Like this, Zoolander, and I've seen the first season of Severance.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of the name, so I did Scissors.
Yeah, I can't believe that this is the same guy that made Severance, but like he had to do what he had to do to get there. And I mean, he's got some deepness to him. But around the early 2000s, when he was creating movies like this, creating movies like Zoolander, and coming off of that, like the Farrelly brothers, like doing some of their movies and things like that, I think he was just a jokester, just a joking guy, getting his friends together to make some jokes.
Yeah, obviously comes from a lineage of jokey guys. His dad, we probably know him the most from either Seinfeld. For me personally, Seinfeld, or for you, King of Queens. I know that was a big show for you. You're a big Kevin James
Never
girl.
seen King of Queens. You're such an asshole. Telling people I don't watch Seinfeld, that hurts.
See, this is another instance of when I'm lying, but I guess you're able to
He's
call
lying.
me out right away since you know it's a lie. Yeah, director thoughts. He's directed things. I guess I will say, as far as direction of these, but I like Severance. It's obviously very different in tone than this. I haven't seen Zoolander. Why can't I talk tonight? Am I having a stroke? Is it the sugar in the Faygo? I don't know. Maybe you're right.
I think you'd be surprised how much sugar will really affect you.
I've always thought Zoolander was pretty good.
That's what you were trying to get out.
Yeah.
All of that to say, I think Zoolander's pretty good. I would agree with you. I have no sugar in my system, and I agree with you. I think Zoolander is quite a funny movie. Iconic lines from that. Iconic lines from this.
What did you think was iconic?
I'm not going to say it.
Katelynn really just wants to use R slurs right now.
No, I don't. I'm like, you guys, but the funny thing is, and I feel bad about it, he's not wrong. Like with that line.
Well, we can talk about that when we actually get to
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
So, general thoughts about the movie. Would you like to say your general thoughts?
Sure. My general thought was that I thought this movie would be way worse. Like I thought that it was just not going to be good at all. I always just heard how offensive it was. But it actually got a couple of laughs out of me. And maybe I should feel bad about myself for the things I laughed at. Maybe I need to look internally at the things that I laughed at. But I didn't think it was as bad as I thought that it was touted to be. So.
Yeah, I guess I had the opposite reaction. I thought I was going to think this was a lot funnier because I know a lot of people that I like think it's a very funny movie. And I will admit, if I had seen this in 2008 with like my bros at a theater, I might have laughed a lot more. But watching it at home, I kind of just found it aggressively unfunny, and I might have
Mm-hmm.
chuckled a few times. We mentioned the frat pack, and yeah, any of the movies, if it's like Stiller, Vaughn, Owen Wilson outside of a Wes Anderson movie, uh, not necessarily Will Ferrell, because I do think Will Ferrell's pretty funny in like Anchorman, but most of those other movies, I don't get them. It is not my sense of humor. It's, I don't know. The jokes are just so like basic and like base level that they're just not funny to me. And yeah, this movie was really no exception.
You have really highbrow comedy standards.
I don't though, because I like really stupid movies like Gail Daughtry. But I think the kind of stupid humor that I like is just not the like. I guess getting into some of like my general thoughts about why I think the comedy didn't work. Like a lot of the stuff they do, they just like do the thing, and then there's like nothing to it. It's just like, let's like take Robert Downey Jr. being in blackface. They don't
Mm-hmm.
really make any like good commentary about that. Like it's obviously wrong and offensive, and like they're taking the piss out of like a Daniel Day-Lewis type character, but it's not that funny to me because it's just there. Or like the beginning of the movie when they're showing the trailers and the Jack Black thing is like, he's in the fats,
Yeah.
and it's just people in fat suits farting. Like that's not.
I'm a little ashamed, Paul, and I'm going to admit to you and all the listeners, but I did chuckle at the farting.
So Katelynn would definitely be in line opening night to see the fats. I don't know, like he's fat in a fat suit. He's making fun of Eddie Murphy a little bit. I guess like it's just
Yeah.
not funny. It's just like they do a thing, but there's nothing deeper to the joke, and you don't always have to have like a deep joke. And like the offensive stuff that you were talking about, like that stuff doesn't bother me because I think the two Borat movies are hilarious. Like you can do offensive humor and it will hit with me. And like the second Borat movie, I watched that Home Alone and laughed my ass off. So this movie didn't offend me. It just kind of bored me.
Yeah. Okay. I lost what I was about to say. I don't know. Yeah. I guess I did think the farts were funny. That's all I keep coming up with. I lost what I was going to say. I had it like the halfway through you were talking, and I actually thought that I had something. I maybe there's some. It's okay. I remember now. It almost reminds me of a little bit of like a scary movie comedy where they are just kind of reheating the nachos of like the Eddie Murphys and the Daniel Day-Lewis, and then his name is Al Pacino, but it's
I
like,
did think that was funny.
you know, and it's like, it's supposed to be Al Pacino. And so it's just like, it's in 2008. Is that what it was? 2008. This probably hit so hard because it was so timely. Like those were the actors of the time that were maybe had something out or whatever. And, you know, Robert Downey Jr. was just trying to get his career going again after he was like drugged up and in jail or whatever. And this was a weird way to come out of that. But I'll get to that portion later. Do you want to talk about maybe some themes then? These thin-ass themes?
I had an example of like transgressive humor that I do think is actually funny and that like works way better. I don't know if it's actually that funny me telling a joke, and this will be big spoilers for Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. But like, so they go back in time in that movie. I don't know if you knew that or not. And they're really stupid and they don't realize they've gone back in time. Like they pick up a magazine with like Bill Cosby on it, and like it's just not hitting that they're back in time. But then they go into the movie theater to see the movie The Hangover.
Okay.
And the scene that they're watching is the Hangover scene where they say Captain F slur over and over again. And like they're just looking around at everyone laughing hysterically at that in the theaters. And they're like, oh, wait, it's 2026. We don't find that funny anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
And I feel like that's a way to use transgressive humor and actually be funny. And it actually was kind of making a point about how things have changed in society. And to me, that was just a lot funnier than anything they did here. So everyone's favorite part of the podcast, me explaining jokes.
You could have acted it up a little bit, you know, like you were reading a letter that was written.
Okay, let's not bring that up again.
Okay, do you have any themes? I had to pull these ones out.
I thought you were milking a teat there. That's what it looked like you were doing.
Oh, this would be milking. This is pulling.
Okay. I'm glad we've established
that could be looked at weird.
The only real theme of this movie is that like Hollywood is dumb and they all take themselves too seriously, and I don't know, they're taking the piss out of their contemporaries. But as they're doing that, this is like some of the most successful actors, or will go on to become some of the most successful actors of all time. But even at the time, I think Ben Stiller was pretty much at the top of his game. Jack Black's like current day, like one of the most billable stars in the entire world. Robert Downey Jr. obviously revived his career and won a best supporting actor not that long ago. Like, they're making fun of celebrities, but they're still a huge part of the celebrity system. So I don't know.
Yeah, I wrote that one too. Just Hollywood narcissism. Like the Kirk Lazarus character, just not even like just losing his entire identity to this role, not even realizing at the end that he's actually Australian. And props to RDJ, because that was a really good Australian accent. I'll give him that.
No, he did a good job.
Yeah, but everyone just taking themselves way too seriously and really poking fun at that, the Hollywood of it all.
And Hollywood is ridiculous. I think we all kind of know that, but like, I don't know, we wouldn't have a movie podcast if we didn't care about it to some extent. And I fully admit that Daniel Day-Lewis himself is probably a pain in the ass to be around on set, but because he does things like that, we get characters like in There Will Be Blood or Lincoln or everything else that he's done. I mean, we wouldn't have Daniel Plainview if that guy wasn't a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I've seen that movie. I've seen this movie. The other one I tried to pull out, Friendship. Maybe by the end of it, they're all a little closer, a little more friendly with each other. They basically like start out as, I mean, they know who each other is, but kind of strangers. They all want to be the star of this movie and do their best work. And by the end, they have to work together to get Tug out of the kidnapping situation, whatever you want to call it.
The Viet Cong drug camp or whatever. I mean, friendship's there, but
are we seeing it?
I don't think it's earned. Like, they end up risking their lives to save him using acting techniques, I guess. I mean, complaining that this movie's not realistic is probably not a fair criticism, because I don't think it's trying to be a gritty Vietnam War movie, but really, all of these guys would have just turned tail and run back to the helicopter. They wouldn't have risked their lives to save someone they didn't care about.
Honestly, if a director had told them, we're just going to drop you, there's cameras kind of around the jungle, I would have been like, you know what? That's not in my contract. I'm going to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bow out. Where's the set? So, that's why he needs his TiVo the whole time.
TiVo, what a blast from the past.
I know. I never had a TiVo, but I was like, wow, I could see why you would really need your TiVo.
Yeah. I mean, remember having to be home on Wednesday nights to make sure you caught Lost? Like, my world doesn't revolve around TV anymore.
No, I didn't do Lost while it was on. John did, but the same thing went for like Thursdays at 8. I had to watch the OC.
Yeah. So you were there, just with a different show.
Yeah. And then I have one more.
Okay.
I really tried here. Corporate greed, because of Les Grossman, financing the entire movie. And then he's like, his bottom line is, you need to make this movie or I'll shut everything down, because it's all about money. And so, yeah, throwing them into the jungle like that, all for the money of it, putting them in danger, all for the money of it.
You tried a lot harder with themes than I did, because I guess I was just kind of like, there's no themes in this movie. But I think corporate greed is a good one. And I do think, I guess if I'm going to say some positive things about the movie, I do think they make some valid critiques, including the corporate greed part. I just didn't find it very funny. But the fact that, basically they were really willing to look at this guy dying as just a tax write-off. We know that kind of thing goes on in Hollywood all the time. Maybe not to the extent that they are willing to let someone die, but they're willing to just shit can entire movies and just use it as a tax break. So, and honestly, like, they probably are willing to let someone die. I mean, we talked about Marilyn Monroe being treated terribly last. Like, look what they were willing to do to women to just, like, fuck up their body image and just, like, sculpt them to look like what they want or make them starve themselves or whatever, just terrible shit they do. And I'm sure they do it to men to some extent, too. But, like, yeah, there are people that only see dollar signs, and I think Hollywood is obviously very guilty of that.
I know. It's really hard for me to be as famous as I am right now.
Same.
It's just not easy. And Marilyn Monroe was like a size 8 or something.
She's pretty top heavy.
I don't know, man. It's just like the way things change. The way things change, but they stay the same.
I did look it up last week, just speaking of Marilyn Monroe. She was indeed the first person in Playboy magazine.
Okay, I don't have that issue. It's probably worth a lot.
Yeah,
but I have my whole collection right here.
It's not even Playboy, though. You just have one of the really gross ones, like one of the ones you find at like a shitty gas station in like Arkansas.
Oh, like jugs.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just something I made up? That's got to be real. We don't need to talk about that.
Whatever.
Your mother-in-law listens to this. We don't need to. We don't need to talk about that.
She doesn't need about your gross collection.
That's just between me and my credit card. Cast thoughts next.
Okay, so I like Ben Stiller in the movie The Royal Tenenbaums, and I like him in the movie Greenberg. I think he is pretty good when he comes to being a serious actor. Like I said, I think Zoolander is okay. Other than that, I just don't find him to be that funny. I think in this movie, he is just playing a slightly smarter version of Zoolander again. And it is really just one note to me. And yeah, I didn't find it funny. I know he originally didn't even want to play this part. And I think possibly if someone else had played this part, I would have liked it a little bit more.
I didn't know that. He just wanted to like direct and not be in the movie then, I assume?
I think he might have, maybe he was initially doing the Matthew McConaughey part or something. I did hear it, but yeah, well, because I think Cruz was originally the McConaughey part, but then he wanted to be an even like worse villain, and then it was going to be Owen Wilson, but Owen Wilson tried to commit suicide, and then McConaughey got it.
Jeez, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you or any of your loved ones are struggling,
we'll put the number.
I don't know how to do that, but we'll try.
Well, I just wrote, because I did put Ben Stiller. I said he was probably the most serious, quote unquote, I felt. But hi. He seems to be the one that his character had the most to really lose from this movie. Like he needed to make it work. So I think that's where I'm getting kind of like that serious part. And he was the one who, when they threw them in the jungle, they gave him the script to make sure that he was like gonna, get them to all the points. He was, I don't know, he just wasn't really anything that special, I guess.
Do you agree with me that it just really seems like Zoolander, but slightly less stupid?
Yeah, now that you mention it, yeah. Which one came first?
Zoolander came first.
So maybe he's just trying to grow that character.
I think he's kind of just one, like even just his facial expressions and mannerisms and stuff. I have never seen Something About Mary all the way through, but even that, or like, I guess he's playing like a little bit more of a serious character, less stupid character in those Fokker movies, but he's a little
more serious, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like Dodgeball, his character that's, it's just never that funny to me. And Ben Stiller, if you're listening, I'm sorry. Like, we can't.
He's just a little caricature-y and like a little character-y.
Which is, this is a broad comedy. It's not trying to be deep, but like, I just don't even laugh at anything that he does. He's not my kind of actor.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay.
Speaking of which, another actor I never really connect with, Jack Black.
Oh no. What do you have to say?
I mean, I kind of find him funny in small doses. Like every time he hosts SNL, I think like he's obviously very talented and like good at physical comedy and appeals to a lot of people with what he does, but it's just not funny to me. I don't know, the whole...
Like in general, he's not funny to you? I think he overdoes it. I think that's what I don't love about Jack Black and the characters that he plays. It's a lot of just overdone yelling the biggest he can be about the character. But again, I even wrote it. I said, I laughed at the fart and I don't feel great about that.
That's okay.
I just don't.
I just thought that it was just the most it's the most obvious joke to go with. And I guess tying it back into Gail Daughtry, like the state kind of humor, they subvert your expectations. And this movie just like in their kind of humor, they just do the joke like exactly as how you would expect them to do the joke. Like, hey, a fart.
Yeah. I did write though with Jack Black, you don't often see him take on those kind of like roles where he's saying the F word or, doing heroin like he was doing in this. Cause now he's just Bowser and Kung Fu Panda,
And Jumanji.
Definitely like more palatable now, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you said,
definitely became
he's more just for the people.
Yeah, he did. I think, I don't know, was it School of Rock that maybe changed that or The Holiday? I don't really remember what year everything came out, but he started trying to do things that were more serious.
More Jack Black doing holiday stuff. Do that. That's what Katelynn wants. Nancy Meyers has a new movie coming out and we're reviewing it.
Sure, we can do that.
I don't care.
Speaking of people that I just don't find funny,
Here we
Danny
go again.
McBride.
You don't like Danny McBride?
Again, it's just like Jack Black. He goes so big in that everything he does. I don't think his line readings are funny. It's mostly just him like swearing in ways that I don't find clever. I think you can do swearing really cleverly and make it funny. We can link to the YouTube clip, The Full Tucker, which is from the movie In the Loop or the TV show The Thick of It. What's his name? Playing the character Malcolm Tucker. One of the most filthy, foul characters of all time, but it's hilarious every time he opens his mouth. I don't think Danny McBride is ever funny.
I like him.
That's fine. A lot of
He's
people
back
do.
here knitting a sweater.
I just don't think
I
it's
didn't
funny.
get it.
I don't think his delivery is funny. Again.
Well, I mean, lucky for you, he did not have a large role because I actually didn't even write him down as somebody that I needed to talk about. But if you are interested and want to broaden your Danny McBride, you should watch Vice Principals. It's funny.
Pass.
Okay.
I know Katie's tried to start watching The Righteous Gemstones, I think maybe after your recommendation. And she, after one episode, was like, you know what? I can't handle Danny McBride because we both don't find him funny.
I was thinking about watching that one too. Shucks.
Maybe it wasn't your recommendation then?
No, it wasn't. No, Hacks was mine.
Okay. Well, speaking of Robert Downey Jr. was good in this movie. He was good in the role that he was playing. I guess I will leave it up to you, the listener, whether or not you find blackface funny. I guess I think they did the joke as well as they possibly could because it's not punching down by playing a caricature of a black person. It's making fun of someone that would think it was acceptable or people that would think it was acceptable to do blackface.
That's how they're getting around it, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
I had to take a step back as a white person. And I thought, from my research, it kind of seems like it's a little mixed. I feel like the black community, and I don't want to speak for them, but it doesn't seem like they're that offended, so why should I be that offended, you know?
Yeah, I listened to the rewatchables and Van was on and he thinks this movie is fucking hilarious. And he said this is the only time in his entire life that he wasn't offended by blackface. But I think it's just going to be up to an individual person. Like,
yeah,
it didn't offend me terribly because there are worse instances of people doing blackface and just, I don't know, like far more racist things in the world. And I do think this movie
where
is
they're
at least
making a
punching up or
caricature
punching
of a
sideways.
black person, which is not... And which was the original intention of doing blackface because they didn't even want to hire a person of color. So they're like, let's just make a white person black and make them be silly because that's all black people are good for. And that's obviously not the case. But you're right. They made him a character who was just really overdoing it and took his role way too seriously and did an experimental enhancement to his skin. And I mean... yeah, he didn't make it like I'm a funny black guy, blah blah blah. He just made it like I'm a serious actor who's going to do everything that I can. I guess in the same sense of, you know, maybe learning an instrument or losing 30 pounds so you can play somebody who's on drugs or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. That's really all I have to say about that. Anything else? I mean, he did a good job of the role. I can't deny that. Robert Downey Jr. doesn't annoy me the same way the previous three actors do.
I don't know. Now he's kind of annoying me. He's just like doing too much. Like he thinks he owns Marvel and it pisses me off. It's fine. It's just like something I have to deal with.
Did think Brandon T. Jackson was pretty funny in this movie. The joke of Al Pacino being his name was funny. And I thought the best instances of the blackface stuff is when Brandon T. Jackson, an actual black person, called him out for the things that he was doing. I thought that was actually funny because it involved some kind of commentary on what was going on instead of just being like, hey, we're doing something offensive, laugh at us.
No, I appreciated that too, just because it was like if I was in that, like in the same vein of maybe, a man's dressing as a woman and he's trying to be a woman in front of me. Like I should comment on that if I know he is, and because I'm the one that it could bother. So I appreciate that. The only other person I wanted to comment on was Tom Cruise because like, what the fuck? I actually got a real kick out of him. I really got a kick out of him. He was so just unabashedly disgusting and strange. And then that whole ending scene, which I know is like a big thing, like people actually really like him doing that dance move and all in together now, right? Like doing the dance. Like I knew that was a thing and I was waiting for it to come up. So I was really excited. I thought it was fun.
I thought it went on too long. Like it happened too many times, and there's only
It's
so many
just
times.
over the credits.
Well, you meant the dancing. I just meant the Tom Cruise character. So, like, there's only so many times Tom Cruise just being like filthy and swearing a lot is actually funny to me, and it happened too much. I mean, it was I think that was another at least bit of commentary that I thought was poignant with the movie, like just commenting on that kind of like executive character. Well, I guess I already said that. That's what I said the first time that I thought was good. So never, but yeah, just like, cause I think what I read is he was basically playing a caricature of like a couple, like amalgamation of a couple actual producers, and kind of just prior to the like Me Too movement and a lot of those assholes losing their jobs. Like, I mean, his literal last name is Gross Man. So
yeah. Gross Man, Noodle Man.
Yeah. Well, I think Sourstep McNoodleman's much funnier than that, but whatever. I guess I like Jay Baruchel a lot too, playing the straight man. I like him generally in most things. Like as far as like the whole like Seth Rogen crew and whatever, he's always, I feel like, maybe a little more understated than everyone else, but is kind of good at playing the straight man. And I really liked him in Mile End Kicks this year, even though he played a creep. And there was someone else in this movie that I liked that I was going to say. Who else is in this movie?
Matthew McConaughey.
He's fine. I guess you can say friendship there. Like he chooses his client over a private jet. He comes in.
He got they got the jet in the end.
That's true. He did.
He was in it with his son, his disappointing son.
That was a funny joke too.
They didn't even, at the end credits, listeners, they put the names and like the actors over all of them as they're going through the credits, and they pan to the son and it just doesn't say anything.
This doesn't say his name. That was funny.
There's nothing there because he's such a disappointment.
I've been
all
there.
All right, you hit all your acting.
The other person I was going to say Steve Coogan. I actually think Steve Coogan is hilarious, but I think they neutered him in this movie because he didn't really have a chance to be funny.
Who is that?
The director.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm surprised they killed him off like that.
Yeah, they did literally blow him up.
They blew him up, and the actors were so dumb that they just thought it was part of the movie. But I could understand that. Like, well, one, he's not an actor, so that part would be a little confusing, like why they put him in the movie and blew him up. But also, you're in a movie, so really what's real and what's fake at that point?
I really do think it was only Ben Stiller that actually thought that it was real. Most of them were pretty gung-ho on, like, this is real. He died.
That guy died, bro. Do you have any? We kind of went over plot already, and like we said, it's rather thin. There's not really much going on here. It's a comedy. It's here for the laughs, or Paul's lack of laughs. But do you have anything that you wanted to add onto there?
As far as plot goes, I mean, there's not really a plot. They go into the jungle. Ben Stiller gets kidnapped. They all come together. Then they win an Oscar.
They won an Oscar, which was great. Yeah, I don't have much to say either. It's just really satirical, making fun of Hollywood and everything that's going on there, and using the big budget Vietnam War film as their vehicle through that. It's kind of just, yeah, bro. I didn't realize it was called a frat pack movie. I didn't realize that was what they call it, but yeah, I put bro movie.
Bro movie for
just
sure.
Feels really bro-y. Yeah, like a guy would have this poster in his dorm room.
Yep, for sure. I did think one thing I heard on the rewatchables is this movie like creates a lot of shots from other Vietnam War movies and is like parodying those. I have not seen any of those big Vietnam War movies. I've never seen Platoon, like Born on the 4th of July, Apocalypse Now. I think isn't that World War II?
I don't know.
It's pretty German, so I don't know if that's Vietnam. So I didn't get any of the parody aspects where it was parodying other movies. That was all lost on me. So maybe some of the humor would have landed a little bit more had I gotten those references. But again,
yeah, my father person used to watch those types of movies, so I feel like this would maybe hit for somebody who watches that kind of stuff. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. War movies are not for me.
Yeah, when there's shot-for-shot remakes, like you just have to actually know what they're remaking, and yeah.
Yeah, can somebody do a shot-for-shot remake of like Welcome to the Hellmouth? It's a Buffy episode.
I am aware.
I just thought that could be one, but okay. Any cinematic moments that were good? Favorite moments that you want to call out?
I mean, we said the R slur conversation. Obviously, it's offensive because they use the word over and over again, and don't think we'd be getting away with that in 2026, nor should we. But it actually was pointing out something about Hollywood and the way that certain actors take on certain roles and are awarded for it. And I did think that was an apt criticism.
Yeah, I wrote that one down. I shouldn't have laughed at that part, but he wasn't wrong
He's
because
not wrong.
no, a lot of the actors that he mentioned, Tom Hanks, winning awards for Forrest Gump, and he was not full R word, and he was only just a little on the spectrum somewhere. And who else did he mention?
Sean Penn, like doing
yeah,
it fully, and or Dustin Hoffman in Rain Man.
that's what I was thinking. Yep, or no, that movie wasn't out then. But yeah, so I mean, it was a correct criticism. I just wish we didn't have to use that word. But it was 2008, and to be fair, I was still using that word. Sadly, not in 2008. But no, not in 2008. But I was using it like in elementary.
Oh yeah, same. I wasn't above that. And
no,
again, like I mean, it's an instance like when they're actually pointing something out, and like the transgressive humor is. I didn't laugh at it because it wasn't that funny to me. And I think I probably would have laughed at it a little more in 2008 because maybe I was less far removed from, I don't know, being a shithead edgelord and like thinking saying offensive things was somehow funny. But I get what they were going for. It's just, I don't know. Might have laughed with like I mentioned last week, I saw Hangover opening night with a full crowd. If I rewatch The Hangover now, I'm not going to think it's nearly as funny as I did back then.
No, you have. We're not reviewing The Hangover, but you need to watch The Hangover.
But again, I'm not going to think
got the juice.
It probably has some juice, but maybe not all of the juice.
It's got medium plus juice. I wrote down another funny part that I thought was just from Robert Downey Jr. I don't drop character until after the DVD commentary.
Yeah, that was funny.
I just thought that was a funny little line. And I wrote any part with Danny McBride because I do like him. I do find him funny. Sue me.
I can't sue you for that. If you had money for me to somehow take by suing you for your opinions on movies, I might do it. I will admit, I laughed at the end of the movie when Ben Stiller comes running back over the bridge with half squat, like perched on top of him, just stabbing him repeatedly in the shoulder. I did think that was pretty funny.
I did not. No.
I don't know, something about a little kid just stabbing him, like that really got me.
All those kids in the jungle, they are set up to fight. They are set up. They get weapons. Sure. They're ready to go. The only other one, Peck getting the TiVo to Tug by the end. His whole role here, listeners, besides being his agent, was he's got to get this TiVo to him because it was part of his rider. He's in the middle of Vietnam. He needs his creature comforts, and that's what an agent does, right? Make sure that when their artist is on the set that they get everything that they need. And it wasn't like Tug actually said he needed the TiVo. I think it was just part of it. And he's like, they didn't get you the TiVo. And he just took that, and he had to get that TiVo over to Tug. And I just thought that was so funny. So then even him at the end, he's like, I got the TiVo. Yeah. And he throws it.
I mean, it's another way to kind of just point out the absurdity of Hollywood, that he's so focused on doing his job as an agent that he misses that his client has been kidnapped.
Yeah. And also doesn't really pay attention to his own son.
Yeah. Well, he's a disappointment. Like,
he's a disappointment. I mean, why would you? Yeah. No, exactly. I would fuck that kid. And then I think an iconic line that people talk about a lot, otherwise just from Les Grossman, fuck your own face.
Yeah.
If you think it's funny or not, that's on you. I might say that to somebody, though.
If you want to look up a clip from the rewatchables of this movie, you can find a clip of Chris Ryan saying that. And you know what? When Chris Ryan says it, it's funny to me.
Maybe he should have done the role. Fuck your own face.
I'd watch that.
Do you have any other funnies? Or
any other funnies?
Any favorites? Maybe you want to mention?
When the credits
maybe
were rolling,
something to get the people to actually watch this movie.
No. Watch the movie Carolina, Caroline. That's my recommendation.
All right. Heard. Received.
That's for all the listeners, too, not just you.
Yeah, no. I have some time coming up, I'm sure. But I got to catch up on some Bravo. What did you think of the ending?
It's fine.
You guys, we're having so much trouble with comedies. It's either we
Well,
sit here and repeat the lines to you, or we just talk about how there's actually nothing to talk about with these movies.
there's not a lot of thematic depth to these, and I think the part of, like, you wanted some light, airy movies, and that's fine, but part of comedies is just kind of the experience, and it's really hard to relay that experience to listeners.
Yeah.
And we also really just have different comedic tastes. Like, I'm happy that we both aligned on Gail Daughtry, that we both found that movie to be pretty funny, but I didn't like this movie at all. You didn't like the last movie at all. I thought the last movie was really funny. I
Yeah.
laughed like twice in this movie, so
Yeah, but come on. The fart.
nope.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed for it. Do you have any miscellaneous thoughts before we wrap this one up, or was that kind of your
I don't even have
miscellaneous?
miscellaneous thoughts for this one. I just have question mark under that.
Yeah, I just said if you're looking for a comedy and you haven't seen it,
There are better movies to watch. Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex
yeah.
Pass is now out on PVOD, so you can rent it from the comfort of your home, and I would recommend doing that over watching Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, at the end of our month, let's go ahead and just kind of wrap up and say which ones we think would be good options for people who are looking for a comedy. I would even watch Couples Retreat again over this movie.
Would you? Well, okay,
Yeah.
so I guess
Anyway, I have my Tropic Thunder poster that I'm going to put up later. So
she's gonna have a Tropic Thunder poster and a Scarface poster. She's just gonna be like a
Sick.
2008 bros dorm room.
Yeah, I actually have a bunch of empty alcohol
clean.
bottles that I'm going to put up here on a shelf too. I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe I can
I
get
got
you
a
a sick
monster
bong.
fridge. Oh yeah, I've got like 6 bongs, bro. Like I'm gonna put it right there in the corner. Just a bunch of bongs. Stacy's listening to this. I'm sorry. I don't have a bong.
I also don't have a bong, and we are joking about this dorm room that Katelynn is going to build. Her house is very nice, and she would never have just a dirty room.
I got Pikachu. He's dorm like.
Yeah, he's not dirty though.
I guess I'm not a frat bro. I'm a nerd bro.
That's true. I've got Funko Pops in the back and 4Ks. I'm a nerd too.
Cool. Anything else about the movie before we wrap this?
I've got nothing else to say about the movie. If you want my recommendation, it's a thumbs down. Do not watch. You can.
I'm gonna put mine maybe right here between medium and nothing, just kind of in the middle there.
Okay. For some reason, I thought just you liked this more, but I guess you were a little bit more ambivalent than I thought. So maybe we're a little more
like 3
aligned.
times as opposed to your 2 laughs.
Okay. Fair enough.
Do you have any non-movie shout-outs?
I haven't done a lot lately. I've just been sitting around reading comic books, but I guess I'll give a shout-out to my Pokemon bros. Jason Keefe, Matt Turner, Tom Stankovich. We've been in our Pokemon family all week, just catching some Pokemon. We met our weekly challenge like 3 days early, caught 500 Pokemon together collectively.
Did you get the Mewtwo? You know, Mewtwo was like...
Yeah, shout out to my other Pokemon bro, Nathan Rock. He texted me last night to be like, get the anniversary of Mewtwo, so I did. So yeah, just my Pokemon Go homies. Shout out to all of you.
I'm getting closer and closer. I might have to join the crew. I'm getting closer and closer. Almost there.
Oh, you know what? Matt Turner went on vacation, and it seemed like he had a nice time. So that's not something that happened to me, but I'm happy for Matt for having an enjoyable vacation. So that's my non-movie shout out is Matt having a good time.
Yeah, that's great. I was just going to give out a shout out to family. I spent a lot of time with not only my real family, but part of your family as well. And I had a nice time with everybody. And just thank you for being a friend.
We've got a real Vin Diesel over here, everyone.
Family.
It's all about
what's
family.
Next?
What's next? We are going to watch the mockumentary Waiting for Guffman. It's a Christopher Guest movie. You might know Spinal Tap, Best in Show, Mighty Wind. You want to know a fun fact? I've never seen this movie before.
Him?
No. But when I was in college with my friends, we made a movie called Waiting for Majoff, where we were like, it was a mockumentary that we made where we were sitting around waiting for our friend Majoff to show up. I don't know how similar in plot it was to Waiting for Guffman, but I have to imagine like I just got the title from Waiting for Guffman despite never having seen it before. So
who has the rough clip of this, and can we post it on Instagram?
Unfortunately, no, because we had it posted to YouTube, and Mike's coworkers Googled his name once, and this came up, and he got mocked incessantly for it. So my friend took it down from YouTube, and we never actually saved a hard copy.
No.
So it is just lost to time. Yeah.
No,
I
it
wish
has
we still
to be
had
out
it.
there somewhere. If there's something about, don't they always say if it's on the internet, it's there forever?
I don't think. I mean, they do say that, but I don't know how to find it. And honestly, I don't want to get Mike to get razzed at work. So
I'm also on YouTube singing a cover of Toxic by Britney Spears. Good luck. Good luck finding it.
Okay, Katelynn, speaking of YouTube, do you want to tell the listeners where to find us?
They can find us on YouTube if you just search Theme on Screen. You'll see all of our great episodes, and you can see exactly what I was doing there and making an absolute fool of myself. We're also on Instagram at theme.onscreen and Letterboxd Theme on Screen. That's where we will put all the movies that we are watching, and so you can just kind of follow along with that. And I think that's all we are on right now until MySpace exists. Can't wait to code the shit out of my MySpace.
I keep seeing that the podcasting stuff we use is going to have integration with Apple video podcasts too. So maybe you'll be able to see us on our lovely faces on Apple as well as YouTube soon. I've got to look into how that works, but yeah, maybe.
I hope that's not high def. I'll have to do my hair.
Wow,
anyway,
what a transformation.
Thanks for listening.
We will see you all next week.
Yes.
Godspeed.
Sorry for the delay. Goodbye.
Bye.